What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome to another exciting episode of Psycho Gamer. I am your amazing host, Aubrey, and I am here to go over a new pinball machine that was announced earlier this year. However, the past few days, GameStop has actually put a few variations of it on their website. So we're going to take a look at the well-played arcade virtual pinball machine that's coming out later next month. So stay tuned. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you know exactly whenever I upload some new videos and content. And we'll be right on back. Welcome back again, guys. Like I said, we are going to go ahead and take a look at some of these machines that are slated to come out November 15th by Well Played Arcade, such as the virtual pinball machines. There's a couple of different versions of that one coming out. They also have another tabletop arcade machine that we're going to take a look at as well, plus a little bit of extra credit from the exact same company as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and switch over into my computer with the nice, cool graphics that I've actually gotten now. Ooh, yes, I have been working on my stream and working on how things look a little bit more. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that a little more. So what you see here is well-played virtual arcade pinball machines. Or well-played arcade virtual pinball machine. However you want to say it. Tomato. You got the tabletop. You got the arcade tabletop. And then you have a smart coffee table. We're going to look at the smart coffee table last. Wasn't really planning on it, but I figured why the heck not since it's here. It's the same company. We do the same thing with the arcade 1-up stuff. So anything arcade 1-up, we pretty much do first looks or in-depth looks. So hopefully you guys like some of this. So well-played arcade virtual pinball machine. Release date the 15th of November. Bring the arcade experience home with well-played arcade virtual pinball machine. Nostalgic gameplay experience from Zachariah Games with stunning graphics that feel like a mechanical pinball game. 24-inch display screen, which is pretty good size for this. Playfields come to life. Features mechanical plunger and real flipper buttons. So if you look at the somewhat zoomed in picture right here, it has kind of a pink plunger. It has some of your other features right here. I'm guessing those are extra USB ports and anything that you can really plug into it. This machine boasts 27 preloaded playfields with the ability to download and install new games as often as you like. Get ready for some pinball action. Obviously, it's going over all the specifications there. 24-inch screen, video simulated pinball, realistic look and feel pinball machine. Now, arcade 1-up's looking to have a 3/4 machine. This is an 85%. So this is just a little bit bigger than what the arcade 1-up machines are actually going to have. Mechanical plunger and real flipper buttons, plug and play with 27 preloaded playfields, and has the ability to download and install new playfields and games. USB and micro USB port, which why they would have a micro, I really don't know. It seems like some of these companies are going micro. Wi-Fi connectivity, so you could just connect it to the internet, either play against other people or wirelessly download updates. Maybe not going to have to need to have USB ports if you can download them. But there isn't really other information other than that. 8 gigabytes of storage, so you actually have plenty of room to install more games on this. Backlit backbox display, so the whole back side of this, the whole back part right here, is going to light up, or at least where it says pinball is going to be lit up. Stereo speakers, so it's going to have 2 speakers. It's also going to have volume control, which is probably going to be some of these things down here is going to be your volume control more than anything else. Now it does kind of have that retro pinball kind of look that many of us recall from the 80s and 90s. And if you're older than that, maybe even the 70s. You just don't want to admit it. Yes, I know, I went there. I'm sorry. Now, we are going to take a look at the list for this game, which earlier this year, Cool Toy actually released a video back in March talking about this coming out. However, it was not available for pre-order. The pre-orders just started a few days ago. Now, looking at some of the games that are available, Some of you may or may not recognize some of these. Many of you may not. Shooting the Rapids, Space Shuttle, Combat, Circus, Earth, Wind, Fire, House of Diamonds, Spooky, Farfalla, Magic Castle, Hot Wheels, Zancor, Locomotion, Robot, Pinball Champ, Black Belt, Winter Sports, Future World. I do remember playing Space Shuttle many, many years ago. Nautilus, Stars Phoenix, Pool Champion, Clown, Devil Riders, Fire Mountain, Topical, Woods Queen, Time Machine, and Star God. So there's a lot of games that are going to be released on this particular machine. Now this one is coming out at $4.99. Cool Toy did announce initially the original plan for the pricing for this one was supposed to be $3.99. Looks like they've kind of gone up in price. So why did it go up in price? It might have cost more than they thought it was going to actually make this particular machine. So that's the only thing I could think of in terms of that, or it could have had to do with something with the cost of licensing went up. Apparently they were supposed to release a Ghostbusters branded version, but it didn't come out early enough, so I don't see anything having to do with Ghostbusters on here. However, there wasn't even supposed to be a Ghostbusters game on these. So it kind of boggled my mind to see that they were even coming out with something like that that had nothing Ghostbusters related on it. So this is the tabletop virtual pinball machine. It is going to be $2.99, which from what I understand from Cool Toy, it was supposed to be $169.99. With the Ghostbusters one was supposed to be $199. And that was supposed to be the only difference, was just that little logo right on it saying Ghostbusters. Other than that, it didn't do anything. So the only thing I can think of is they decided not to go with the licensing for it, which made absolutely no sense to begin with. $2.99, not too bad. It is going to be pretty much the same kind of things, except it's going to have a 19-inch display screen. Same features as the other one. Now it says that it does have a real plunger, but the pictures show that it does not have a plunger. It shows a button. Is it going to have a plunger when it comes out? They may be showing off a older picture here. That's the only thing that I could be thinking of. You can see the graphics still light up, and it's really a nice looking screen right there. So I'm assuming the screen is bigger than that, so they're going to have things blocking the rest of the screen off on the side. It's still going to have Wi-Fi connectivity and the ability to download and install new playfields. So there's a lot of really cool things that are coming with this particular machine. Do you guys remember any of these games at all? I know, like I said, I remember Space Shuttle. However, I didn't play these pinball machines in a typical place. I used to live in Southern California and went to Redondo Beach. There was a big arcade that was down there on the Strand. And I'd go in there and, with my uncle, and they had a lot of old classic pinball games. There was one that was just gigantic. I couldn't even put my finger on why it was so big. It looked like, you know, the balls that you'd play skee ball with? It looked like the ball was that big. I couldn't even believe it. But they had gigantic flippers. It was amazing. And it was amazingly boring because there wasn't that much to the game. The next thing we're going to look at is the tabletop arcade cabinet that they are going to be releasing, if it wants to click. So $149.99. This wasn't really talked about by any of the other streamers that I know of, but it is kind of a cool little machine. It is going to have a 9-inch screen. It is going to be based on a Linux operating system with an emulator built in it. It is going to have 5 games preloaded. I know, 5 whole whopping games. It's sounding like Arcade 1-Up all over again. However, in this sense, it is going to be able to have over 10,000 games downloaded and installed on it, legitimately or illegitimately. Looking at it, it is going to have your single joystick. It is going to have your 1, and I'm assuming 2-player buttons here, but it's only a single, so it's kind of strange to have 2 buttons like that. It looks like your typical Street Fighter kind of layout there, so that is going to be compatible with a lot of different games that are out there on the market. Built-in USB and micro USB ports, mono high quality speaker, so unfortunately it's only going to have 1 speaker. It would be nice if some of these had 2 speakers, just put a couple small ones in there instead of, you know, a 5-inch or 6-inch or whatever the heck they're planning on putting in there. Probably like a 2 or 3-inch speaker. Direct LVDS output to drive 9-inch LCD. I'm not sure what LVDS is. What do you guys think? Do you guys have an idea what that is? Post down below in the comments and let me know if you know what LVDS is. Professional joysticks and buttons for one player. 12-volt DC adapter. Now, I kind of got to wonder, though. It is a single player. Are they going to have an attachment like a couple of these other companies where you can hook this up to a second machine and do 2-player? That would be pretty cool, having 2 of these connected. 9 inches is not a very big screen, but it would be something good for kids or somebody that just doesn't have much space to put a lot of these games. So, what do you guys think? You guys think this would be something worth it? Or do you guys think you'd want to go and stick with arcade 1-ups, tabletop ones with Pac-Man after Pac-Man after Pac-Man? And the last thing we are going to look at from them is going to be this smart coffee table. Why? Why not? It's just here. We'll go ahead and look at it. It looks like it's coming out on the exact same day as all 3 of those other machines that Well Played Toys is releasing. It is a smart coffee table, which is kind of cool looking. It's not too bad. It has a 24-inch TFT HD screen, manually adjustable tilt angle display, full multi-touch screen, Wi-Fi connectivity, USB ports so you can actually charge your phone with it, which is pretty cool. Stereo speakers. Thankfully, it's not a mono speaker like that last thing that we just took a look at. Android system with app compatibility and reinforced spill-resistant glass. So the thing I like is you're going to be able to put applications on this thing, such as Hulu or Netflix. It would be good for somebody that would want to put it in a dorm, if it's like a single room. Have some people come in, sit down and chill. You can put it in a home, you can put it in an office. You get multiple places you can actually put this thing in. So that's pretty much going to be it, guys. I mean, what do you guys think of these machines from Well Played Arcade or Well Played Toys? So came up with 4 different things. The last table is $599.99. Not sure I'd want to play that. Not sure I'd want to pay that price for basically a table with a screen attached to it. But it is a cool idea. It is a cool concept just for kind of kicking around and watching some videos. You could always go and look up YouTube and find this crazy guy, Psycho Gamer. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. He's got some good stuff. And if you haven't seen some of my good stuff, go check some of my older videos or some of my more recent older videos. They're a lot better quality than some of my older ones, I think. So that does it for today, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you coming out. You guys are why I'm doing this. And until next time, guys, game on.